teaching you about the volume of pyramids and cones. Once again, volume is pretty much mostly easier than surface area. What we're going to be showing you today is one, if we have a cube, which we know how to find the area of L, L, and H. If we cut this into, basically,
oh my gosh, I can't do that anymore. I'm sorry. What we're trying to figure out is if we have a cube and a pyramid, and basically this pyramid has the same base and the same height, right? So what we're doing is either we're cutting this cube up and leaving only a pyramid. The question is, how many pyramids fit into that cube? Because this is pretty related. And so that's how we're going to know our formula. So once again, I guess sort of the question is, if we have a pyramid and we have a cube, and they're basically the exact same base, it's both a square, and they're the same height, there's a specific number of pyramids that's going to fit exactly into this cube. So, any guesses? This is where I'm pretending now that you're all guessing exactly how many. Usually the guesses are 2, 3, 4, 2.5, 3.5, something like that, 1.5, sometimes we hear. So basically the reason for this is we know how to find the volume of this. It's the area of the base times the height. So this is just L times H. And since we know a certain amount of these cubes are going to fit into here, we're just going to do L times H and divide it by how many specific pyramids fits into this cube. So, conversely, not really conversely, also, we can think of the same thing with cylinders. So let's just do this part of the notes before we move. We know if we have a cylinder, H, R, we should know that the volume is R squared H pi. So if we take this and do the exact same thing, just turn it into a cone, cutting it away so it's going to get smaller, which is why we're going to end up dividing. And we know this is R and this is H. V equals R squared H divided by however many of these cones will fit into this. So let's go check that out real quick. You can see my lovely carpet. I don't think I thought this through very well. I don't know how well this is going to fit right here next to my sink. Zoom out a little bit. Also, hi. So the question is, how many of these will fit into here? Hopefully the sink's not too loud. So, 1. And 2. Overfilled it just a little bit, but you can't really tell too much. This is really where it would have been useful to do it maybe this way instead. If I can get this to... It was exactly 3 and a little bit extra just because I messed up. So, it takes 3 pyramids to fill up 1 prism. 1. 2. 3. So once again, it takes 3 cones to fill up 1 cylinder. So we know exactly how many it took. Alright. Hopefully I got it edited out okay, but I just knocked over everything. So I was trying to fiddle with this stand and the iPhone, and I forgot I had headphones in, and everything went flying. But the important thing to know is if you saw the video, you know that 3 of these fit into here. So a pyramid is exactly 1/3 of this. Same thing here. 3 cones fit into a cylinder. So really, we're just pretending it's a cylinder, using the cylinder formula, and all we've got to do is divide by 3. I forgot the pi there. And that's it. So r squared h pi divided by 3, because 3 of these fit into here. Same thing with the pyramid. 3 pyramids fit into a cube of the same base and height, so you just divide it by 3. That's it. Just a couple things to remember. 1 is that surface area uses that cursive L, which was slant height. Volume uses normal height, or what we sometimes call lateral height. So just don't get those confused because they use different things. Also, you might have to use Pythagorean theorem depending on what information you were given. Lastly, if I were to give you something that looked like this and ask you to find the volume of it, you would just add them together. So this is really just 2 separate problems. You'd find the volume of the cube, you'd find the volume of the pyramid, add them together, you'd be done. Conversely, I could also give you something like a cube, right? And then I could say, oh, because I'm annoying, I hollowed out a pyramid in the middle. So I can say I cut out a middle pyramid. And usually your clue it'll say something like, oh, it looks hollow. Right? So on this one, we're combining 2 shapes. On this one, I had a full shape and I took something away. So on something like this, you would subtract the volumes. Okay? And
That's it.